An article in the British Catholic periodical, The Tablet, bemoaned the disuse of the long-standing words bachelor and spinster. We Americans have probably led the way in abandoning them. These words now have negative connotations. Many people hold that to be a bachelor or spinster, one failed to find a spouse or alternate path through life. Usually when we use these words, we precede them with old, or, in the case of bachelor or bachelorette, we understand someone on the verge of marriage, for example, a bachelor party. Today we prefer the word single, which does not distinguish between never married, separated, or widowed, and some would include celibate clergy or religious. This is preferred because it seems to be affirmative rather than just not this or not that. At a meeting of the Committee on Vocations of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, we discussed the scope of our committee, that is, what vocations are we dealing with. One bishop suggested that the single life is a vocation. He said that his sister, who never had any intention of married or monastic life, considered her single life God's will, and therefore a vocation. It is clear that many people appropriately live as singles, not ordained or members of communities of consecrated persons. We all know many. The Church is truly blessed by their membership. Christian single people witness to the personal relationship between God and the individual. But is this a vocation, and what does it matter? There is a universal vocation to holiness. Everyone is called to holiness. Some are further called to ordination or marriage or religious vows. To help all people in their common vocation to holiness, the Church provides a formation program. Each of us is given instructions before baptism or in our early years. Each of us is expected to participate in the divine services and to hear the Word of God each week. Each of us has a yearly schedule of holy days and fasts. Each of us is given the opportunity to approach his or her spiritual guide for forgiveness of sin and for spiritual advice. What we term vocations is applied to those special ways of life. People responding to these calls need special discernment and formation, both to be able to live their accepted way of life with its added responsibilities and to properly interact with those on other paths of life. Special rules must be developed for their good and the good of the Church. Although much attention is given by the Church to helping individuals who have received special vocations, the singles are not forsaken or overlooked. Since each one must determine her or his specific path of holiness within the community, we rely first and foremost on the parish with its spiritual father. Since we continue to ask for prayer for religious vocations and extol those who are married, know that the Church is proud of its singles and the many ways you live out your Christian life.